Xiao Yin stared intently at the thick, blood-red mist of demonic energy before him, unease creeping through his heart. Something's off about this blood demon Qi, he muttered to himself. Given the powerful presence of the sacred flame, and with Kuang Mu, a mortal master, exhausting his soul power to wound the blood demon left guard earlier, even if this demon had 3 heads and 6 arms, it seemed inevitable that it would fall today. Yet, Xiao Yin couldn't shake his growing sense of dread. The terrifying power of the sacred flame surged, amplified by the self-destruction of the surrounding rocks, shrinking the blood-red mist to the size of a fist in mere moments. Just a bit more. Yin wiped sweat from his brow, clearly feeling the toll. Even with his Do Xian level strength, the overwhelming consumption of sacred flame was hard to endure. After all, this wasn't just any ordinary flame. Humans, you will all die a terrible death. When my king descends, it will be your doom. Swoosh. A sinister voice echoed from within the shrinking blood demon Qi, its words dripping with malice as it faded under the pressure of the yellow earth-colored sacred flame. At this point, Xiao Yin and his companions were already pushed to the periphery of the battle, the sacred flame's power forming a barrier that kept them safe. Yin had done this intentionally, knowing that any contact with the blood demon Qi would spell disaster for them. Brother Xixing, keep them safe. I'm going in. Xiao Yan's eyes flashed, and without further hesitation, he shot forward into the battle. I'm going too. Shan Ling called out, attempting to follow, but Xixing quickly held her back. My dear lady, don't go adding to the chaos. Xiao Yin took out a blood demon general without breaking a sweat. We can trust him on this. Xixing's voice was calm but firm. All right, father, you'd better not die. I still have so many things I want to ask you. Shan Ling's voice lowered, though Xiao Yin caught every word. Damn it, this sacred flame isn't easy to obtain. If Kuang Mu, a mortal master, is its owner, this might be my test. No matter what, I can't let him die today. Otherwise, getting the sacred flame will be much harder. Xiao Yin thought aloud, his body enveloped in heavenly flames as he charged into the battle. The moment Xiao Yin entered the fray, he felt a deep-rooted terror creeping up from within. The source of this fear was none other than the fist-sized blood demon Qi. As for the sacred flame's power, it made Xiao Yin feel a comforting warmth. It was only natural, as he was an alchemist with a deep affinity for flames, not to mention the flame mantra he had within him. Careful, get out of there. Yin called out, his focus split as he saw Xiao Yin enter. Senior, I'm here to help you. Xiao Yin responded, letting the 23-colored heavenly flames slowly emerge from his body. Although weaker than the sacred flame, these flames were still formidable and not to be underestimated. Good. Yan's hearty laugh echoed. With those words alone, I'll ensure that once we're done here, the sacred flame will be yours. He then turned his attention back to the battle, pouring his full focus into controlling the sacred flame, trying to annihilate the last remnants of the blood demon Qi. Swoosh, swoosh. Just a measly early 5-star Do-D human. No choice now. I'll have to pick him. Maybe with him, I'll have a chance at rebirth. The faint consciousness within the blood demon Qi muttered. As the thought passed, the blood mist retreated, pressed hard by the countless rocks and the yellow sacred flame. Shatter! Yin roared, knowing full well the blood demon left guard strength. But with Kuang Mu, a mortal master, on the verge of collapse, Yin realized he could only rely on himself now. Swoosh, swoosh. It seems there's no escaping death today, but don't think you'll get away either. A crazed voice emanated from the blood mist as it surged one final time. Kid, help me. Yan's voice called out to Xiao Yin, who had already sensed the madness in the blood demon Qi. High above in the desert mountain range, countless rocks floated in the sky. Curiously, these rocks had outer layers of yellowish-brown stone, while the inside radiated intense, fiery heat. The rocks gathered, forming a shield around Yan's sacred flame, gradually closing in on the blood demon Qi. Trapped within, the blood demon Qi's sinister aura continued to shrink under the pressure of the searing heat and surrounding stone. Go! Xiao Yan's heart sank as he realized the danger. He knew that with his early 5-star Do-D strength, Entering this battle was tantamount to courting death. Luckily, the blood demon Qi was being held at bay by Yin. Otherwise, Xiao Yin wouldn't have dared to risk his life, no matter how courageous he was. Lotus of Desolation, Xiao Yin whispered, his eyes closing for a brief moment. A beautiful, multicolored fire lotus, radiating with 23 hues, slowly bloomed in his hand. Sacred flame, purge the evil. Yan's voice shook as he noticed the terrifying energy emanating from Xiao Yan's fire lotus. Without hesitation, he unleashed his sacred flame towards the blood demon Qi. The terrifying flames clashed with the crimson mist in the sky, creating a magnificent, otherworldly sight. Fwoosh, fwoosh. The intense fluctuations rippled out, sending a heavy pressure across the battlefield. Cough. Time's running out. Let's hope we succeed this time. Kwangmu Immortal Master's faint form murmured, his gaze fixed on the fist-sized blood demon Qi. For some reason, with every strike Yin landed on the blood demon Qi, its volume rapidly decreased. Yet Kwangmu couldn't shake the deep sense of unease gnawing at him. Quick attack now. Yin shouted, his sacred flame and the blood demon Qi locked in a stalemate. Lotus of Desolation, Xiao Yin softly intoned as the exquisite lotus shot forth from his hand, streaking through the air with unparalleled power, striking the blood demon Qi directly. Aya! Horrifying screams erupted from the blood mist as cracks began to spread through its form. Even in death, I'll make sure none of you leave unscathed. The blood mist snarled, and from within, a faint streak of purple-gold light quietly emerged, slipping out of the crumbling blood demon Qi. No! As the faint light appeared, the entire space trembled, and even the sacred flame and Xiao Yan's terrifying fire lotus seemed to lose some of their intensity. Father, run! Shanling's panicked voice rang out as she sensed the danger, directing her plea toward Kwangmu Immortal Master. It's too late. Swoosh, swoosh. Kwangmu Immortal Master, let us fall together. The voice of the blood demon left guard cackled wickedly, and the purple-gold streak tore through the void, racing toward the Immortal Master. The evil aura surrounding it was so powerful that a single strike would surely spell instant death. Kwangmu Immortal Master smiled faintly, offering no resistance. Shanling's acknowledgement and her spoken words had already satisfied him, and with Yan's help, he could leave without regret. Just as the Immortal Master faced death with such serenity, an unexpected scene unfolded, leaving everyone astonished. Damn it! Xiao Yin and Yin were both focused on suppressing the blood-red mist of demonic Qi, trying to obliterate the blood demon left guard with their sacred flame and heavenly flames. However, what they hadn't anticipated was the sudden emergence of an intensely evil aura from within the blood demon left guard's body. Purple-gold demonic Qi. This sinister energy was something that only the legendary blood demon envoy of the blood demon clan possessed. The blood demon envoy, rarely seen and highly elusive, was far stronger than the left guard. Retreat. At the very moment when the blood demon left guard, on the brink of death, unleashed his final attack, a single strand of purple-gold light shot forth from his body. Xiao Yin acted immediately. Without a second thought, he severed his connection with the Lotus of Desolation, spitting out a mouthful of blood as a result. The abrupt disconnection even weakened his soul power slightly, evidence of the damage he sustained. Get out of here! Xiao Yan's figure moved in a flash, and as he did, the dragon engraved on his ancient ruler of heavenly flames stirred. The massive dragon's body swayed, revealing its terrifying strength, comparable to a semi-immortal. Kwangmu Immortal Master had been prepared to vanish into nothingness, but he hadn't expected Xiao Yin to be so bold and meticulous, rushing to save him. With one hand, Xiao Yin pushed the Immortal Master aside, while with both hands, he tightly gripped the ancient ruler of heavenly flames. A sharp aura surged from his body as Xiao Yin prepared to defend against the purple-gold blood demon Qi, knowing full well how deadly it was. Even the slightest contact with it would bring unimaginable consequences. Elder Dragon, Xiao Yin shouted. In response, the enormous dragon coiling around the ancient ruler roared, and a fiery red flame erupted from its body, This was the Earth Core Flame, a flame of immense power capable of controlling the very rocks beneath the earth. "I'll do my best." Elder Dragon's voice rang with solemnity. Though he had once been a mighty Do Xian, his current suppressed strength limited him to the level of a semi-immortal. Facing a being from the extraterritorial evil clan was a daunting task. "Foolish human, you court death," a voice sneered from the purple gold blood demon Qi. "Bring it on." Xiao Yan's pupils constricted as he pushed the flame mantra to its absolute limits. His eyes reflected a rare determination. The ancient ruler of heavenly flames in his hand shone brilliantly as the dragon's massive form coiled around it, ready for battle. Blood demon. Soul devourer. Realizing his body was being destroyed by Yan's sacred flame, the blood demon left guard howled in fury. Without hesitation, the purple gold demonic Qi surged toward Xiao Yin with a force unlike anything he had ever seen. "Watch out, kid," Yin shouted, panic rising in his heart. He was about to pull back his sacred flame to assist Xiao Yin when he noticed that the blood demon left guard's body, previously on the verge of being destroyed, showed signs of regeneration. Forced to abandon his plan, he instead called out to Xiao Yin and Kwangmu, Immortal Master, "Kid, I promised you this sacred flame back in the manor, but your courage and determination today prove that you truly deserve it." As Yan's voice faded, his focus sharpened, and the yellowish-brown sacred flame continued its relentless assault, gradually erasing the black blood demon Qi that remained of the left guard's form. "No, Xiao Yin." Shanling, sheltered beneath Shi Xing's massive form, suddenly gasped as her pupils dilated. Tears involuntarily streamed down her face. Shanyao, noticing her reaction, followed Shanling's gaze, only to witness a shocking sight unfold before her. "Brother Xiao Yin, please don't let anything happen to you." Shanyao's beautiful eyes were locked onto the battle between Xiao Yin and the purple gold blood demon Qi, her voice filled with worry. Kwangmu, Immortal Master, who had been thrown back by Xiao Yan's sudden move, could only watch as the purple gold blood demon Qi, originally aimed at him, now rushed toward Xiao Yin. When the demonic Qi was just 3 meters away, Xiao Yin raised his ancient ruler of heavenly flames high, a terrifying force gathering around it as he slammed it down toward the oncoming demonic energy. Swoosh! The clash between the purple gold blood demon Qi and Xiao Yan's ancient ruler created a momentary standstill in the sky. Everyone watched as the purple gold Qi, with an unstoppable momentum, steadily pushed Xiao Yin back. Sweat beaded on his forehead as his feet shifted, struggling to maintain his ground. His hands clenched tightly around the ancient ruler, but even with the combined power of Elder Dragon's fire and Xiao Yan's 23-colored heavenly flames, it felt like they were barely holding on against the overwhelming force. Cough, cough. Xiao Yin spat out a few mouthfuls of blood, his body trembling. As expected, this is the Blood Demon Clan's most powerful energy, pure, unrelenting evil. Die, human. Just as Xiao Yin prepared to retreat, the purple gold blood demon Qi suddenly shrank, and a moment later, it exploded violently just 3 meters away from him. Not good. Even though Elder Dragon had absorbed most of the explosion, the immense pressure still surged, pushing Xiao Yin to his limits. Xiao Yin, run! Before Xiao Yin could react, the explosion triggered a terrifying blood-red storm, sweeping across the battlefield in an instant. A crushing sense of doom washed over Xiao Yin as he stood frozen. Swoosh! In that split second of hesitation, a stream of pure, unstoppable energy emerged from the center of the explosion, shooting straight toward the weakened Xiao Yin. Xiao Yin, watch out! Kwangmu, Immortal Master, despite his fading strength, had a keen sense of perception. He immediately recognized the purple gold energy for what it was, an insidious blood demon technique. This was Blood Demon Golden Qi, the most poisonous trick in the Blood Demon Clan's arsenal. It could burrow into a human's body, converting their Do Qi into a source of energy for itself, ultimately transforming the host into a member of the extraterritorial evil clan. If this Blood Demon Golden Qi takes hold of him, he'll be beyond saving, Kwangmu murmured with regret. He had already accepted his fate, But Xiao Yan's selfless act to save him and his kindness toward Shan Ling had stirred something in his heart. "Xiao Yan, run!" Shan Ling shouted with every ounce of strength she had, her heart pounding in her chest. "Damn it!" Xiao Yan cursed under his breath, fully aware of his dire situation. Elder Dragon was exhausted from protecting him, leaving Xiao Yan to fend for himself against the blood demon Golden Qi. Skyfire 3 mysterious changes. Netherworld Finger, Netherworld Palm, Netherworld Heavenly Wrath, Grand Heavenly Creation Palm, Break. At that moment, Xiao Yan thrust both palms forward, his forehead faintly glowing with an obscure symbol. However, the blood demon Golden Qi seemed to completely disregard his attacks and directly struck his body. Immediately, Xiao Yan's body convulsed, and he spat out a mouthful of blood. "Xiao Yan!" Shan Ling cried out in alarm, no longer caring about anything else as she accelerated toward him. With a loud thud, Xiao Yan collapsed after being struck by the blood demon Golden Qi. His mind went blank for a brief moment, and then the demonic energy surged into his body. The uncontrolled surge of energy within him caused another spurt of blood as he fell. "Xiao Yan!" Both Kuang Mu Immortal Master and Yin called out in unison. "Today, I may have lost," a sinister voice echoed from the dissipating blood demon Qi. "But mark my words, I will return. When that day comes, be ready for your deaths." The voice trailed off with a chilling laugh. The blood-red storm and the black mist that had once been the blood demon left guard finally disappeared, burned away by Yan's sacred flame. However, no one noticed the drop of crimson blood left behind by the blood demon left guard, pulsing faintly as if calling to something. "Damn it!" Yin cursed. "I didn't expect that blood demon left guard to risk everything in the end." His body flickered as he rushed over to Xiao Yan's side, where Shan Ling was already cradling him. A pure energy flowed from her to Xiao Yan, as she apologized repeatedly. "Shan Ling, you don't need to do this. Since I accepted the soul essence, I will naturally keep my promise," Xiao Yan said weakly, leaning on her. "Xiao Yan, I'm sorry. I know you could have left earlier. If it weren't for my father, you wouldn't have." Shan Ling's teary eyes were filled with guilt. "Don't worry, I'll be fine," Xiao Yan responded with a reassuring smile. In a matter of moments, Shan Yao, Xixing, and Kuang Mu Immortal Master gathered around. "Let me see." Kuang Mu Immortal Master floated closer and spoke to Shan Ling, his eyes betraying a newfound certainty about the relationship between her and Xiao Yan. "Father, please save him," Shan Ling replied softly, handing Xiao Yan over to her father. Kuang Mu Immortal Master caught Xiao Yan, and with a gentle flow of soul energy, laid him down. "Relax," he commanded, but as his soul energy began to examine Xiao Yan, a sudden unease stirred in his heart. "Rip!" The sound of cloth tearing echoed as Xiao Yan's chest was revealed. This, on his chest, a striking purple-gold streak appeared, an ominous and unmistakable mark. "It really is blood demon Golden Qi." Kuang Mu Immortal Master's ghostly form trembled, shock evident on his face. "Blood demon Golden Qi?" Yan's expression grew somber upon hearing those words. Although the lingering aura of the blood demon left guard had been eradicated from the desert mountain range, there was no joy on Yan's face. "Blood demon Golden Qi?" Shan Ling asked, sensing something was very wrong from the expressions of the two elders. "Shan Ling, step back a little," Kuang Mu Immortal Master said after a brief pause. "This blood demon Golden Qi is one of the most venomous techniques of the blood demon clan. It is formed by condensing the blood of the blood demon with specific methods, and once it enters the body, death is inevitable," Kuang Mu Immortal Master explained gravely. "I didn't expect that the blood demon left guard had developed such a thing. Senior, why do I not feel anything strange from this blood demon Golden Qi?" Xiao Yan asked, his expression turning serious. Despite the initial shock when the energy entered his body, he hadn't felt any discomfort since then. "That's normal. Blood demon Golden Qi is a long-term danger. It doesn't act immediately, it will slowly erode your mind. But when it flares up, the pain will be unbearable, far beyond what most can endure," Kuang Mu Immortal Master warned. "Isn't there any way to get rid of it?" Xiao Yin gritted his teeth. Though the demonic qi hadn't caused an immediate effect, keeping it in his body was a ticking time bomb. He couldn't resign himself to that fate. It's already linked to your heart and soul. If you try to force it out, you'll die from the backlash. Kwangmu, a mortal master, shook his head. I don't know of any solution to this for now. Elder, this human has helped us greatly and even saved you from destruction at the hands of the blood demon left guard. I believe this sacred flame should belong to him, Yin said, looking at Kwangmu, a mortal master's ghostly form. Heh, the sacred flame was always yours to give. Who you pass it to is none of my concern. However, this young man, he does remind me a bit of myself back in the day. Kwangmu chuckled. Young man, I am the current master of this sacred flame. Though I had promised you it back at the manor, I couldn't hand it over without some tests. But your actions just now have impressed me, and I've decided, the sacred flame is yours, Yin announced with a hearty laugh. Xiao Yin was momentarily stunned. While he had expected something like this when saving Kwangmu, a mortal master, his primary motivation had been Shanling and her relationship with the immortal master. The threat of the blood demon golden qi in your body is enormous. If anyone from the Do-D continent finds out, they might mistake you for one of the extraterritorial evil clan. So until you have the strength, do not reveal the purple gold mark on your chest, Yin cautioned, his tone grave. Thank you, elders. Xiao Yin expressed his gratitude. He had barely regained a bit of his strength, but still forced himself to bow. My time is running out, Kwangmu, a mortal master, said, his voice softening. Let me use the sacred flame to temporarily seal the blood demon golden qi in your body. While it won't be a permanent solution, it's the only option for now. I know you have your secrets, Kwangmu continued. You may very well be the first human capable of wielding 2 sacred flames or more. But remember this, do not recklessly confront the blood demon golden qi until you've acquired a second sacred flame or reached the 8-star Do-D level. Otherwise, you'll only end up hurting yourself. Kwangmu's words were serious, and Xiao Yin listened intently, realizing just how critical his situation had become. All right. Xiao Yan's heart leapt with joy upon hearing this. Despite the fact that he had been afflicted with the blood demon golden qi by the second strongest figure in the blood demon clan, the blood demon left guard, he had unexpectedly gained Yan's recognition. Sacred Flame's power. For the first time, Xiao Yin was this close to the sacred flame's incredible might. At the peak of the desert mountain range, both Xiao Yin and Yin sat cross-legged, carefully adjusting their energies. Absorbing the sacred flame was no simple matter. Any misstep could lead to one's demise. Meanwhile, Shanyao, Shanling, and Kwangmu, a mortal master, were engaged in lively conversation, their relationship evidently quite complex. What is this? Little E muttered as he approached the top of the mountain. His elegant eyes flickered with a trace of pain. Has something happened to brother Xiao Yin? Little E had felt an intense discomfort the moment the blood demon golden qi entered Xiao Yan's body. The feeling was so overwhelming, like a sharp, piercing pain, that a tear fell from Little Yi's eye. Are you all right? Mu Yingying, following behind him, asked curiously. Since they had parted ways, the 4 of them had grown considerably stronger. I'm fine, but I can sense my brother's aura up ahead at the mountain's peak. I'm not sure what happened, though. Little E said, determination flashing in his eyes. Hurry up. Now that you mention it, I feel something too. There's an extremely evil presence up there, but it's disappeared now. How odd. Mu Feng, with his wooden sword slung over his back, looked ahead, puzzled. That aura was terrifyingly strong, far beyond something Xiao Yin could defeat. Could it be? I don't know, Lu Di said, but we should go up and take a look. With that, the 4 of them rushed toward the peak of the desert mountain range. Due to Kwangmu, a mortal master's weakened state, and the blood demon left guard's hidden presence, the mountain summit was now in full view. Within a few breaths, they reached the peak's edge and halted, marveling at the grandeur of the mountaintop. Xiao Yin, Little E, who had a special bond with Xiao Yin, was the first to locate him. But the moment he saw Xiao Yin, something felt wrong. Xiao Yan's upper body was exposed, his yellow-tinted skin stretched over well-defined muscles. But what caught Little Yi's attention the most was the distinctive blood-red mark running from Xiao Yan's neck to his heart, giving him a strangely eerie appearance. "It's Xiao Yan. Let's go check on him," Little E called out before speeding toward him without waiting for Mu Yingying or the others. "Be careful, there are several powerful auras here," Mu Yingying warned, following closely behind. "It seems there are others," Kuang Mu, a mortal master, engaged in conversation with his daughter Shanling, suddenly sensed faint presences approaching and spoke up. "Why does one of these auras feel identical to that human boy's?" Kuang Mu muttered in confusion. "What's going on?" Shanling, still coming to terms with her father's circumstances, was perplexed. "I don't know," Kuang Mu replied as the last trace of his soul energy spread out, covering Shanling, Shanyao, and Xing like a protective shield. Shanling felt a warmth in her heart at her father's care. This aura. Xiao Yin, who had been resting with his eyes closed, suddenly felt a wave of joy. He opened his deep-set eyes and glanced in Little Yi's direction. "Little E," Xiao Yin called out excitedly as he stood up. "Brother." Little E recognized him immediately. His aura was unmistakable, and no one could impersonate Xiao Yan's presence. Little E dropped down and rushed toward Xiao Yin, pulling him into a bear hug. Hey, it's me." Xiao Yin chuckled, noticing Kuang Mu, a mortal master's curious expression. He quickly explained, knowing full well that even though Kuang Mu was just a soul, he still had the strength of a Do Xian and should not be underestimated. "Brother, what is this on your body?" Little E, unconcerned with the powerful Kuang Mu, a mortal master, and Yin standing nearby, asked Xiao Yin directly. "This is the blood demon Golden Qi from the extraterritorial evil clan," Xiao Yin replied, recounting the events that had transpired. "Bastard!" Little E cursed, his body brimming with the fiery energy of his heavenly flames, as if about to erupt like a volcano. "Don't worry, I'm fine, aren't I?" Xiao Yin smiled warmly, recognizing Little Yi's concern and dependence on him. "Old man, if you don't fix my brother, I swear I'll burn this entire mountain to the ground." Little Yi shouted at Kuang Mu, a mortal master, his fiery temper flaring. "Oh." Kuang Mu smiled faintly. "I'd like to see you try. Go ahead, give it your best shot and burn my desert mountain range." As Xiao Yin interjected, Kuang Mu retracted his energy and laughed. "You." Little E was taken aback, realizing that the ethereal figure before him was no ordinary soul. "Heh. It's rare for a human to earn the approval of a fire spirit. That's quite an unusual feat," a voice echoed from all directions, causing Little Yi's flames to dim slightly under the pressure. "Who's there?" Little E demanded, feeling the oppressive aura. "It's me," Yin said as he stepped forward. "Sacred flame?" Little E gasped in shock. As a fire spirit, he was far more attuned to the sacred flame than Xiao Yin was. The legend said that a matured fire spirit could rival a sacred flame in power, but whether that was true remained unknown. "If the sacred flame is here, why haven't you used it to suppress the blood demon Golden Qi in my brother?" Little Yi's face darkened. His demeanor suggested that if Yin didn't help, he would forcibly take the sacred flame for himself. "I intend to," Yin replied calmly, "but before we proceed, we're missing something crucial. Without it, even if I willingly gave you the sacred flame, it wouldn't accept you easily. Tell me what it is, and I'll go get it right away." Little E replied impatiently, unwilling to waste any more time. "You call it the sacred flame crystal," Yin said slowly. "Sacred flame crystal?" Little Yi's heart sank. He had never even heard of such an item, let alone knew where to find one. "Little E, why are you running so fast?" "Slow down," came Lu Di and Mu Feng's voices from behind, just as Little E was deep in thought. "Senior, could this be the thing you were talking about?" Amidst Xiao Yin and Little Yi's confusion, a melodious voice echoed out. A dazzling, fiery red crystal appeared in a delicate hand. "That is." Xiao Yan's eyes locked onto the sparkling crystal in the woman's hand. The figure holding the crystal bore a striking resemblance to Mu Yingying. Who else could it be? In Mu Yingying's hand, the crystal glowed with an intense, fiery red hue, emitting an astonishingly powerful heat. The energy was so overwhelming that even Xiao Yin felt his mind tremble slightly just by staring at it for too long. Sacred flame crystal? Yan's previously smiling face froze, his gaze turning to the crystal in Mu Yingying's hand. Buzz buzz. As the sacred flame crystal approached within a few dozen meters of Yin, it slipped from Mu Yingying's control and shot toward Yin of its own accord. It seems I was right. This sacred flame crystal really does belong to the sacred flame. As soon as the crystal left Mu Yingying's hand, she made a quick grab for it, but her hand came up empty. Are you all right? Yan's expression grew hollow as he slowly raised his hand toward the sacred flame crystal. Buzz buzz. The sacred flame crystal hovered in Yan's palm, shining like a mischievous child, but beneath its radiant glow, faint traces of an evil black aura swirled. It's been corroded this badly. Kwang Mu, a mortal master, approached, his gaze fixed on the sacred flame crystal in Yan's hand. Both Kwang Mu and Yan's faces darkened as if they had silently reached a decision. Let me handle this, Kwang Mu, a mortal master, said softly, his voice carrying a rare sense of freedom. I don't have much time left anyway, but for the sake of this young man, it's worth it. But my lord, Yin began. No buts. Make sure you take good care of them, Kwang Mu replied, casting a sharp glance at Yin. As you wish. Yin wanted to say more, but seeing the determination in Kwang Mu, a mortal master's eyes, he held his tongue, knowing full well his lord's personality. Father, are you? Shanling asked, a hint of worry creeping into her voice as she sensed something ominous. Shanling, you and Shan Yao must continue your cultivation. I may not have been the best father, but I will always love you, Kwang Mu, a mortal master, said, his gaze filled with tenderness. I'll take good care of her, Shanling whispered, realizing what her father intended to do. Her heart swelled with admiration for him. He may not have been the best father, but he was undoubtedly a true king. Xiao Yin, are you all right? Mu Yingying asked as she approached, her delicate eyebrows furrowed at the sight of the blood-red mark on Xiao Yan's chest. I'm fine, but it seems you've all grown stronger, Xiao Yin replied warmly, noticing that both little Yi, Lu Di, and Mu Feng had significantly improved their strength during their time in the desert mountains. Senior, now that we have the sacred flame crystal, I hope you will take action. After all, Xiao Yin is our leader, Mu Yingying said politely. What a sharp-tongued young lady. But thank you for the sacred flame crystal. I wonder, though, what became of the blood demon? Yin asked with a chuckle, just as he was about to hand the sacred flame crystal to Kwang Mu, a mortal master. The blood demon? Naturally, I wiped it out completely, Mu Yingying replied with a playful pout. A faint blue sacred flame flickered around her, exuding immense power. Sacred flame? Both Yin and Kwang Mu, a mortal master, were taken aback, their gazes fixed on the blue flames surrounding Mu Yingying. This sacred flame is even more powerful than the one I possess, Yin murmured. No wonder you could destroy the blood demon, Kwang Mu, a mortal master, added. But there's something unusual about this young lady. The two powerful figures, with their discerning eyes, immediately recognized the source of Mu Yingying's flame as a sacred flame. Forget it. We'll leave it to fate, they both muttered after a brief hesitation. Give it to me. Kwang Mu, a mortal master's voice rang out. Swish, swish. Yin nodded and handed the corrupted sacred flame crystal to him. Everyone, step back. Kwang Mu, a mortal master, commanded as his body began to glow brilliantly. My lord, Yan's eyes misted over. Kwang Mu, a mortal master, was burning the last of his strength to expel the blood demon Qi from the sacred flame crystal. For years, the sacred flame's power had been suppressing the blood demon Qi within the crystal. Given enough time, the demon energy could have been eradicated naturally. But time was no luxury they had now, forcing Kwang Mu to intervene. Father, you'll always be my father, Shanling exclaimed, admiration shining in her eyes. She no longer feared for her father's fate. He had already answered all her lingering questions, leaving only a deep sense of respect. Bang, bang, bang. Within minutes, the sacred flame crystal returned to a calm state, and Kwang Mu, a mortal master, the once mighty ruler of the desert mountains, slowly faded away like glass shattering into nothingness. My lord, rest in peace. Yin fell to his knees, bowing deeply to the place where Kuang Mu, a mortal master, had vanished. Farewell, senior, Xiao Yin said, bowing respectfully as well. Now that the blood demon Qi has been removed from the sacred flame crystal, it's yours to claim, Yin said solemnly, his expression grave. I am the current master of the sacred flame, but I can only give you the chance to subdue it. You will only have one opportunity. If you fail, you may perish. Knowing this, do you still want to try? Absolutely. Xiao Yan's deep eyes sparkled, and an intense heat surged within him. Ever since he had broken through to the Dodi continent, Xiao Yan knew the road ahead would be long. But with the flame mantra, he could greatly shorten that journey, provided he could absorb the sacred flame. Only by enduring the unimaginable pain and hardship could he truly transform. Good, you've got guts. Yin smiled, pleased with Xiao Yan's resolve. Obtaining the sacred flame crystal's recognition was no easy task, but if Xiao Yan didn't even have this level of confidence, he would surely fail. Xiao Yan, the first step in subduing the sacred flame is to earn the sacred flame crystal's approval, Mu Yingying reminded him. Let's do this. Xiao Yan fixed his gaze on the now calm sacred flame crystal in Yan's hand. The sacred flame crystal glowed a brilliant red, resembling a rare and precious gem, and waves of terrifying flame energy radiated slowly from it, filling the air with its overwhelming presence.